Hello and welcome to I believe, seventh episode of the Eco Bitch Actress podcast, season 2. Wow, amazing. If you're super bored, you can take a bet on how many seasons the Eco Bitch Actress podcast will have. I'm betting on 2.5. Let's welcome back our host, Superman. Hey, good morning. He stuttered, but it's okay. We still love you. Yeah, it's been a while since my last voiceover class, and I haven't been practicing my accents. I just had an acting class earlier today, and I did a British accent for a comedic take. And then the teacher was like, I can't tell what accent that was. I'm like, British! Yeah, just people can't get used to Asian people having British accents. Well, get used to it. Again, if you have not heard my other episodes, this podcast will consist of an eco tip that's great for the environment, might not be for you, but who cares, followed by an actress story that actually happened to me. Please don't knock over the mic. Groovy. Great. So I just had my show on the 12th of September, and it went really well. The audience was great. They were laughing. So I went to an open mic the day before, and then on the show, at least one comedian from each event told me, quote, "You're funny," unquote. And I mean, as a person doing comedy, I can't think of anything better to receive from a fellow comedian than "You were funny." That's just so amazing. And I believe they were not lying, right? So it was just really warm and fuzzy, which is quite rare in a comedian's life, full of bitterness. Bitterness, yes, a lot. The show 2 days ago was actually a competition, which I did not win. So I was like crying my eyes out. No, I did not cry my eyes out, but I was sad because I didn't even know if my friends who I invited who showed up, I didn't even know if they voted for me because they were just taking it really seriously and just evaluating all the comedians. In my heart, I was like you have to vote for me because you don't, but it was just like interesting because it's a competition that has no prizes. The person who won was able to take a photo with the champion belt. That was it. Now I feel very good that I did not win. Like, I don't know if that's the kind of photo that I desire on my Instagram. But in my heart, I won. So I think that's all that matters. Anyway, today's eco tip is you digressed big time. Okay, thank you, Superman. Now, I will limit the amount of words you speak from now on. Today's eco tip is very simple. If you use an iPhone, I think it's the same with Android, but on your phone, there is what do you call that? Power save mode, which in iPhone makes the bar go yellow and it looks like it's in power save mode to save a lot of power. I don't know if it actually does, but the tip is to turn on the power mode forever. Yeah, my phone is eternally in power save mode or low power mode because it does not affect any of your phone usage and your phone will last longer. So it might seem very little electricity that you save, but if you do it every single day like me, first, you are saving power. Second, you're saving money because you need to charge less. Third, there's no reason to go full power for anything. I have zero problem using my phone, every app. And fourth, you won't need a power bank. And I never needed a power bank. I don't own a power bank because if it's on power saver mode, I get through my day without needing a recharge at all. Boom. I am such a great person. So, guys, I encourage you to do the same. It is kind of obscure, but you're going to save electricity. You're going to save by emitting less. Your small swipe to make it in power saver mode, it's going to have a profound impact. So just shut up and do it. Great. Let's move on to our actress story. Today, I'm going to do a very current actress story. If you listen to a lot of my stories, they're from years ago. But this one is going to be so current. You guessed it. I'm not going to talk about Charlie, but I'm going to talk about my experience as a stand-up comedian and how my world is unchanged because of Charlie Kirk's death. First of all, disclaimer, I don't watch the news, and this is not a political podcast. So everything is coming from a viewpoint of being an eco bitch. First of all, as an eco bitch, I don't watch the news, especially with the current pig in office. Oh my God, that's political. No, it's just a fact. I don't know about politics and I don't really get into it. And I don't watch the news because I studied media in college and all we did was dissect media and how influential and negatively media can affect us. And that is why I'm a smart person as to not watch the news because for the past, I don't know, 8 years or so, news has not been uplifting to say the least. So by avoiding news, I have strengthened my mental health, which is a big money and energy saver because I don't need to take any pills for my mental health. It's so healthy because I boycott the news. So how do I get the news? Usually, if more than 3 or 4 people post about the same thing on my social media feed, then I'll go catch up on the news, which is really adequate. You don't need any more news than that. And most news, I don't even care. And it's echoing the mind, if you will. Like, I have so much less garbage than the average anxious person who watches the news all the time. Because in the current state of affair, I just have to say, it's just very troublesome to get into too much of any side of any politics. It's definitely a very tragic time of human era, especially in the United States. So, what's my point? Before Thursday, I have not heard of the name Charlie Sheen. No, Charlie Kirk. And I was at the open mic. There were about at least 15, 20 comedians. And starting with the host, everybody said at least one joke about Charlie Kirk. I want to say Charlie Sheen. Shut up. Charlie died. That is how I learned the news. That is how I learned there is a person named Charlie Kirk. And second, he was shot. So now, after being a comedian, yeah, open mics, that's where I get my news. Because in LA, the comedians are all mostly on that one side. My side. This guy, I didn't know who he was, but after hearing a lot of jokes about, I think he said something about gun violence, but he was shot. So about like eating up your own words. Oh my God, comedians are so funny. There were like at least 10 different ways to roast him. And then the next day, my show was the next day. Before the show, the host was like, dude, nobody mentioned Charlie Sheen. Just kidding. Nobody mentioned the Kirk dude who got shot because it's a chaos right now, which it had become a chaos. But then what happened? So we all avoided it. And that was good because from how I felt in the crowd, so when I did my set, I felt the crowd. First of all, it was so white. Second, I feel like there might be a few who might say, bless his heart. By the way, on the social media posts that discuss this issue, most people are like, doo-doo-doo, he shouldn't be in heaven, whatever. And then the other side would be like, bless his spirit. He will always be with us. It was pretty crazy either way. So apparently, some little thing happened in our show. I was just drinking sake after I was done with my set. I was second, and then I was chilling in the back. But apparently, one comedian posted some sensitive Charlie-related thing on Instagram, and one of those very opinionated, crazy people disagreed with what the comedian said. And not only did he troll with troll comments on even our comedy show page. He also came to the show. I don't know how I missed it, but I missed the whole thing. He small scale disrupted the show in some way. And well, the sake. Now I can only tell like 40% of the story. I have to say, a little cup of sake right after your show is just like, it was heavenly. Heavenly. Oh God. Anyway, today I'm seeing a lot of social media posts about the world has never been more divided with this one person's death. And it's just crazy because I didn't want anything to do with the news. I was feeling it. Even though, I'm on no side, I am not saying anything about anything. I was feeling it Thursday at the open mic and Friday at the show. An inconsequential small comedian like me is feeling this wave of chaos. It's pretty crazy, right? Like, I do not actively seek any of those political stuff. So what I think, okay, you can end here if you don't want to know what I think, but I'm going to just summarize what I think in 60 seconds. It's inspired by one of the social media speakers, but why do you have to pick a side? Going strong in either side is adding to the chaos, because whatever energy you give to the issue becomes more chaotic and you're wasting your energy because the dude already died since he was friend with Trump. And Trump is eco bitch's enemy because Trump is not doing good with the environment. And that's all the eco bitch cares about. So Charlie fucking Sheen Kirk does not deserve my attention. So I wish everything can just flow into oblivion in the grandiose river of time. And I'd rather everyone focus on switching your phone to power saver mode or just donate $20 to the environmentally friendly charity of your choice. Those things are way more important than arguing about the death of one person. Do you know how many ants die in a day because people step on them? Same thing. Okay. Trolls. Well, I only have 8 subscribers, but any trolls, you can comment and maybe I'll ignore you or maybe I'll reply to you. I don't care. That has been the actress/comedian story of the day. I have another show if you're like, damn, I missed the last one. Well, the next one is this Friday, 19th of September, 8 p.m. in Glendale. Details are on my Instagram, CDC Official. Follow to find more info. Goodbye.